was Cleopatra. I was young and an actress when you knelt by my mattress and asked for my hand. I was sad you asked it as I laid in a black dress with my father in a casket. I had no plans.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, it has been like the weirdest week I can remember in a long time. From being in a Rockies magazine to telling my boss I'm going through a midlife crisis. Yeah, all of that's happened this week. 7 days, 1 week. And it has been weird. Like I said, it's just been a weird week. I've spent a lot of time reflecting and just thinking about where my life is right now, and it's kind of crazy. I told you guys last week that I'm working the night shift, and I think my lack of sleep is starting to get to me. In 4 days, I slept 16 hours, so that was a little crazy, but you know what? Life is short. You've only got today. You've only got the day that's right in front of you, and it's really important that you just get out and make the most of it and live your dreams, chase your dreams, and do what you want to do. Because tomorrow's not guaranteed, and like I said, you've just got this one life to live, so why not live it up and do what you want to do and become who you want to become? For me, I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, I'm always so worried about what other people think instead of thinking about maybe not myself, but maybe what I want to do or where I want to go and what I really want to do and what I'm passionate about. And the one thing I know is that I'm passionate about sports. I am passionate about the outdoors, hunting, fishing, and I love people. And that's really all I know. I love people. I love talking. I enjoy doing this podcast, and podcasting is fun, but it's also really weird because people try to give you advice about how you should be recording your podcast, how long it should be, what you should say. You should stick to one topic. You shouldn't stick to one topic. You should be more than an hour. You should be less than an hour. And honestly, I think it's all about what you want to do. Like, this is your voice, and you can say what you want to say, so go out and say it. Like, obviously, don't waste someone's time. Like, if they're listening to this, hopefully they're getting something out of it. So, if you're at home listening to this right now, I hope you're taking something out of this, and I'm not wasting your time. But for me, it's a healing process, I guess. So, like I said, last week was in the Rockies magazine. I told you about that all-star campaign last week that I got to do for the Rockies, and that was so cool. But this awesome girl named Shannon Hurd, shout out Shannon, Love the Rocks is her Twitter handle. She's such a cool girl, and I met her on Twitter, which I meet a lot of my friends on Twitter, and I hope that I get the opportunity to meet more people on Twitter. But Shannon, she is awesome. She wrote this really cool article about the Vote Rocks managers, and it's in the August issue of the Rockies magazine. And it was cool. Like, it's cool seeing yourself in a magazine. But I looked at it and I'm like, oh man, I sent in like the worst picture. Like, I was making the cheesiest face. And if you know me, you know that I like really have a hard time just making a normal smile in a picture. Like, I'm always posing and I'm always putting my hands on my hips. At my old TV station, I worked with this girl named Katie. She's awesome too. But she always said, when you get to a certain age, generally after college, you should probably stop putting your hands on your hips in pictures because it just really doesn't look mature. But I don't know. I don't know if I totally agree with that. Like I said, do what you want to do because life's short. So on top of like all this reflecting that I've been doing, I have been going back and listening to these old Jenna Marbles videos. If you guys don't know Jenna Marbles, go to go to YouTube right now and look up Jenna Marbles. She's hilarious. And I thought it was really cool. Like, I watched this video she did about a year ago where she went back and she like reacted to the videos that she had made when she was younger. And she like explained how much she has changed from saying, whatever she wants, whatever curse word she wants, to now, really kind of putting a filter on those words and not saying that kind of stuff, like some really inappropriate stuff. And I think that's pretty cool because like reflection really does that for you. Like, you always need to reflect and evaluate where you're at. I think reflection is a really, really, really important process, like part of the process of growing and changing and getting better. Because if you're not trying to do that every day, then what are you doing in your life? Like, why are you not just like trying to get better? I don't understand that. For some people, they just don't have that drive, or they just don't really care like where their life goes. But like every life is valuable, and we all have a voice, and we all have something to say. And so I don't know why we're not all trying. Like, if you're listening out there and you don't feel like trying, get out there and try. Find what you're passionate about and make each day count. So let me step back down off my soapbox and in my little "your life is valuable, you're important" rants. I know you've heard it all from me before, but I feel like it's my purpose in life to like encourage others to just chase their dreams. And maybe I do it because like I'm so bad at it myself. Like I always say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I really want to become this and I want to become that. But I think my biggest problem is not focusing on one goal at a time. Like I like to just make a million goals and try them and then kind of slack off on some. So I'm really working on that now. Baseball's going on right now, and if you know me, I'm obsessed with baseball. I love the Royals. I love the Rockies. I've been a Royals fan my entire life. I told you that last week. But feels like the Royals are struggling right now. They lost 3 straight, got swept by the O's. I hate the O's. These O's ain't royal. Thinking back to about 2014. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, right now they are all knotted up at the top of the 7th with the Mariners. Today the Rockies walked it off in the craziest walk-off, like a walk-off. And it was like a 3-2 count. Nolan Arenado's up. There's 1 out. I think there was 1 out. Anyway, Nolan Arenado's up. Full count. Playing against the Mets in Colorado. And all of a sudden, this pitch. Robles. I don't know how you say his name. I think it's Robles. Anyway, throws this pitch. And a wild pitch goes over his head. Rockies walk it off. They win again. They're now 62-47 on the season. Craziness. But they're still like so far back from the Dodgers. Like there is no way they're going to catch the Dodgers. I still don't think anyone's going to catch the Dodgers. But I mean, a record of 62-47 is pretty darn good. And nothing to complain about there in the Rockies world. I'm about to check the standings now. I know they were like, I'm pretty sure like 17 games back of the Dodgers. 13 and a half. Oh man, they're 14 back. Half a game back of the Diamondbacks now. And when it comes to the wild card, let's see here. So they're still 5.5 games ahead of the Brewers in the NL wild card race in the 2nd spot. And like I said, the Diamondbacks have that 1st spot with half a game. So it's interesting. There's a lot going on in baseball right now. There's some pretty meaningful baseball being played. And it's only going to get crazier from here. Had the trade deadline earlier this week. Rockies picked up Jonathan Lucroy, which I think that's a huge pickup for them. He's got a good bat, great catcher, 2-time All-Star. So that'll be awesome. And then the Royals, they picked up Melky Cabrera. Welcome back to Kansas City, Milkman. I'm so happy about that. I love that guy. He seems like the nicest guy in the world. Like, I don't personally know him, but his on-the-field hugs, the greatest. And he always has a smile on his face, so I can definitely appreciate that. But good baseball being played. The Dodgers are still just killing everyone, so now we have to figure out. What I think is interesting is how the Dodgers are going to keep it together and just kind of continue to play consistently when they're so far ahead of everyone else in the race for the postseason. It's like the Dodgers are in the postseason, but how can they keep it together and keep fresh, keep their players fresh, their pitchers fresh, and not just let it go before then? That's what makes me think that they're not going to win it all, but you never know. They could win it all. I'm still rooting for the Royals and the Rockies. The Royals right now, they are, I believe, 2 or 3 games back of the Indians in the American League Central. I'm trying to look again. See, I should have this stuff written down, and I should know by heart. So the Royals are half a game ahead of Tampa Bay in the wild card standings right now for that second spot. And that's while the game is being played, so the numbers will change a little bit after the game. They'll be 1 game or half a game back. 1 game back. But right now they're 3 games back of Cleveland, so if they can win tonight, find a way to win, going to be 2 games back of Cleveland. That's not impossible. I mean, we're still August 3rd. So really it's going to be important to see what the Royals and the Rockies do throughout the month of August. But yeah, baseball's going on, and preseason football started tonight. Oh man, I cannot wait for football season. I love football just as much as I love baseball. I don't know how you can actually separate the excitement for both of them, because I freaking love them both. So preseason underway. The coaches poll came out today for college football, and K-State checks in at 19. Great. I'm excited for it. Doesn't mean anything. Polls really don't mean anything. They're just numbers that someone, especially preseason polls. I once said this before, but they're kind of like leftover bear tokens. They're worthless. They're really worthless. Who cares where you were ranked in the preseason? Get out there, play your butts off, and show the world what you're made of, because in the end, that's all that matters. Go big or go home. I am beyond excited to see how K-State does this season. They're stacked. Jesse Ertz is ready to roll at quarterback, and it's going to be a really, really great season. I think that they are definitely gunning for the Big 12 championship this year. And I'd love to say that they could just go win the national championship, but let's be honest. We've got Alabama. Bama. I hate Roll Tide. Grrr. But I guess anything is possible, so we'll see what happens. I just can't wait for football to get here. It's going to be a blast. So last week I told you guys that I try to do something new every week, and last week I tried dry bar. This week I am going to try my first 14er, I think. My plan is to go do it on Saturday. Weather permitting, we'll see. I don't want to go try to do a 14er whenever the weather's bad, like my first one. Maybe after I've done a few more, I might try to go out in crazy weather, but it is pretty cool here right now in Colorado. It is Colorado, but big cold front came in today, and at my house right now, I think it's 52 degrees. So, feels like fall. I'm excited. Yes, I'll be that girl wearing Ugg boots and jeans and sweatshirts and scarves, drinking pumpkin spice lattes, because you know what? I love pumpkin spice lattes, but I really, really, really love peppermint mochas. Those are my weakness. Really, I just love coffee, and I love black coffee. I like flavored coffee. I like coffee with lots of sugar in it. I mean, not a lot of sugar, but a lot of flavored stuff. It tastes so good. Shout out to Boyer's Coffee and Boca Java, located right here in Colorado, because I really love them, and they're so good. And they're the next best thing since I can't get to the Spice Merchant in Wichita, because they have Jamaican Me Crazy. It's my favorite blend of coffee. And Radina's in Manhattan, Kansas. Amazing coffee. All of it is great coffee. I would prefer to get local coffee over Starbucks any day, because supporting your local businesses is really important. So into that rant, coffee's good, it's delicious, and I'm excited to try that 14er this weekend. Next weekend, not this weekend, but the next weekend, I am going to Cabo. Yeah, my mother-in-law is taking me to Cabo, and we're going to go see my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and we're going to stay at the Westin.